All right. Before we get into this, my throat is shot. There was a lot of cheering. So I have a water bottle with me because I'm probably gonna have to take a couple sips because it's it's been a really fun day. Um, so I guess I should start out with I did end up going. I think I talked about it last week, possibly going. But I did end up going to the first Saints Packers practice. There's one tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna go tomorrow. Um, I mean, there's the option, but I don't. We'll see. um, and it was insanely packed. I was talking. Well, I overheard some people saying that they waited 40 minutes for seats, and I waited. We waited about. It was only about 10, 15 minutes. We didn't wait that long. Uh, yeah. Again, sorry. My throat is going today. But it's just they had so many people waiting. There's was it four gates I believe for because the section is really long. And there's four gates, four different sections, and all four were flooded with people. Like there was people, coming in about 10:30, just still standing there in the parking lot behind the gates and whatnot. It's just it was flooded. I mean, there was waiting for people to leave so that they could fill in people. They were squishing people together. It was amazing. It was crazy to think about because again, sorry, this is gonna be hard to do. Um, I went last week. I went with my video, and it was rainy. But towards the end, it kind of cleared up. And there was like couple of spots. It was pretty filled last week, but this week again, it was overflowing this week with people trying to get in. There was the fences on the sides were filled up. Like there was no people there. They had a little bike where they ride their bikes in. They had like a bajillion people there. They had I think it was reserved for family members or something, but they had a little tent with chairs under it, and they had that kind of halfway filled up. I believe it was for like family or whatever. Somehow I don't know how people were getting in, like right up against the wall of the Don Hudson Center. They were getting up by the wall, so you could have people coming right where the door is, where they come out. There are people right there too. I don't know how they get over there. I don't know if you need like a special pass or something, but like this, it was filled to the rim. There was Saints fans like everywhere. Well, not everywhere. There was a lot of green and gold, but there was a good chunk of Saints fans there. It was a lot of fun. I got talking to a lot more people today than I did last week, but mainly because last week, again, there was just not as many people as there were today. And there was people leaving seats, coming in. You talk to them instead, and they're leaving. Like there's just so many people. I had a lot of fun with it. And I'll do what I did last week. I'll put the photos and the videos at the end. I know we're 3 minutes in. I'm sitting here talking. We're 3 minutes in. But again, if you want to skip to the photos, to the whatnot, I'll be at the end. I'm gonna just talk about practice. Talk about what I saw. I saw a couple reports out there as I was coming home. So what I saw, kind of the reports are the same thing. But our defense again was crazy this week. They weren't really letting up a lot of really like yards or anything. There's a pick. They had one drill where they had it was like 11 on 11, I think. Maybe was it 7 on 7? I don't. It was 11 on 11. I believe it was 11 on 11. I think it was Campbell had the pick. I forget who it was. But Andy Dalton, who I completely forgot, is on the Saints. And he was the starting QB because Jameis is actually injured. So Andy Dalton had all the first team reps this week. So I think it was he who threw the pick. It's just like our defense was getting pressure on it. They were bullying the Saints O-line. I felt bad for the Saints O-line because Gary was in the backfield in seconds. Kenny Clark, our D-line was just they were flying. And it was just insane to see how fast they were going. I have no words. If this is how it's gonna be in the regular season, like our defense could potentially carry us to like 17-0. Like I'm serious too. Like this is no joke. Like our defense feels like it's maybe top 3 right now in the NFL. I gotta hurry this up. My throat is going again. But they were just flying. The cornerbacks, oh my god, the cornerbacks are so much fun to watch this week. Jair was out there talking. He was talking to everyone. He was talking to Michael Thomas a lot. They were chirping at that Saints offense. Like throughout, anytime they had a joint drill together, because obviously there was some time at the very start the Packers had their own drill separate, and the Saints kind of came out later on. So anytime, again, they were joint practicing and there's joint drills and whatnot, the defense talked, and it's so much fun to listen to and hear. And Joe Barry, oh my god, I feel bad for whoever he was yelling at, because he was walking down the field because they were moving drills, and he says, "Do you know what the F pirate means?" And he said it so loud that everyone in the stands goes, "Oh!" He was not happy with whoever messed up that play. Whatever pirate meant for the play, whoever that player was supposed to be, or two players. Oh my god, he was not happy at all. It's fun to see. It's fun to see. You know, again, he wants the coach's defense to be number one. And again, I think they're top three. Again, I would have to look at every single defense out there, all 32. But I think I can easily say they're probably around top three. It's just, I don't know if I can put them one, because, you know, Tampa's defense is usually very good. The Bills have a pretty good defense too. I'm trying to think. I can't, I'm not, my mind is all over the place right now, just because, again, I got home like an hour ago. Like, we were there a long time. It was like 2.5 hour practice or something like that. But again, defense really showed up, really crazy. Rodgers had a 40 or 50 yard bomb to Dobbs, who caught it on the sidelines. That was during a 2-minute drill. So I did see that. You know, Love had some decent passes out there. From what I could tell, and I don't think it was like starting running backs, but the running game wasn't doing too well against the Saints defense, at least the D-line. Every couple of plays, you know, I would see, I think it was the backups, but they would stuff the runs every now and then. So again, I don't think it was our starting running backs. If it was, I mean, that means the Saints D-line is pretty good too. But you know, that was so much fun to see. You know, Rodgers again had a good day. He actually did practice a good amount today. Took a good amount of reps. He did let Jordan obviously take a good chunk of them, but he had a good couple reps in there too throughout the drills and whatnot. And it's just fun to see. I saw Randall Cobb out there. He was not there last week. He was injured or something last week. They didn't really talk about it. I didn't really see anything about it last week, but he's back out there on the field this week. He was out there today. Trying to think who else. Oh, Tunyon's out there practicing again. Alton Jenkins, obviously, you know, they came back a couple days ago, excuse me. I'm all over the place right now. Watson, I didn't really see Watson out there a lot. He was in pads. And again, I was on the defensive side because it was so packed on the offensive side. Because that's, everyone goes there. First, obviously, you want to see Rodgers. You want to see Dobbs, because that's all that they're talking about. Like, that's all the insiders are talking about. And so it's like, okay, you want to see the offense at work. But, you know, the defense is just as fun to see. The defense destroys our offense in practices, too. Like, it's not like, you know, it's just the Saints. Like, Rodgers was struggling against our defense, like, last week. And just, I enjoy it. A lot of fun to see him. A lot of people talking. Again, just like I said at the start, like, there's a lot of plays. You know, the pick, when the pick, again, I believe it was DeAndre Campbell, got the pick. I mean, the defensive side of the bleachers went crazy because he returned it like 20 yards or whatever, and then, you know, before he stopped, there was hard hits. I mean, there was one hit where during a 2-minute drill, which they had him again on the other side. I hate that. That's my one complaint, is that they put the drills on the other side. The offensive side of the field is where all the 2-minute drills go. So, you know, you got to try to creep your way down there. Sometimes you can't, again, because it was so packed. But there was one hit where the defense, it was either, I think, it was either a fumble or a hard hit or something. I think it was a hard hit. But basically, turnover and downs. But The defense went crazy. All the fans went crazy down there, and everyone on this side of the bleachers trying to figure out like what the heck just happened, because all the Packers players are rushing on the field, just they're congratulating the defense, going crazy with the defense. Again, it was just insane. There was a lot more hype this week than there was last week. But again, it was rainy last week, not a bajillion people like there was this week. It was beautiful, amazing day. It was amazing. I should have started talking about that too at the beginning. It was amazing. There was it was about like 75 degrees or something like that. It's about 80 right now. I think it's somewhere around like 80 degrees right now or something. But it just was beautiful, and that's also why a lot of people came out. And it's just so much to enjoy. I probably tanned in the sun because I was directly in the sunlight. I don't know if it can see. Probably not. But I'm a little darker than what I was this morning because I tanned so much in that sun. But just again, overall, amazing. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'll go back tomorrow, but it was fun to see. It was really fun to see, really fun to watch. And just this is what I'm here for. This is the stuff, you learn about the defense, you learn about the offense. If I do go tomorrow, I'm leaving early. I'm going to make sure I'm going to get on the offensive side of the field. But I'll wrap it up now. There's so much I could have talked about. I could have gone 30 minutes, but I have a couple pictures, not as many, just because it was so crowded. I couldn't get a lot of pictures. A lot of people were standing up, too, because you can't see. I was in the very back of the bleachers, so, if I wanted to, I could have stood up. I'm going to let the phone go. If I wanted to, I could have stood up and took more pictures, but it's just there were so many people standing up and whatnot. So for now, though, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe, and here is those pictures and videos. Finally.